Let's go. All right, I've got her over here where she needs to be. I got her some water. She got cattle cubes. Oh, man. They went and got tetanus shot for her, so we're going to... It's been a rough few days. I've had several things going on. One of the things that I can share with you guys is it has to do with my heifer. I've just had a lot of things going on. I've been really busy. Some, stressful things and some not so stressful, just a lot. But one of the things that I want to talk to you about today is my heifer, the one that I kept back from last year. The other day, Sunday, I went outside to look at the cows, so I fed them. I brought them up here so that I could see them. So you guys know that I don't feed them every day. They have grass. They have, actually right now, they have bales of hay out there as well as the grass because of the drought. But I'll feed them every so often. Just depends. Just depends on what's going on. I'll put some food out there and call them up so that I can put eyes on all of them. Make sure, close up, make sure everything's going all right. Well, Sunday I brought them up and they were already out here. They've been hanging out up here by the watering where I water them, because there's shade and there's water there, and it's been really, really hot the last couple of weeks. So they were here and I went out and fed them, make sure everybody's up here. And I don't have very many. I mean, if you're watching the channel, I think I have 8 out here right now. And out of those 8, 5 are mine. And the other 3 belong to Amy and Chris over at Living in Abundant Grace. So my heifer walked up to get some food and she was limping very bad. And I looked at her and she had a piece of wire sticking out of her foot. The wire was maybe that long, about that much of it up in her foot. Actually, I think I have a video. But she was limping pretty bad, and so I coaxed her into this area in front of the shop and called Amy and them to come over and help me because it had to come out of her foot. And so I got her over here in front of the shop and put her over where we usually load them at. We put them up and tag them or give them shots or do whatever we need to do with them. Or if we're moving them, this is where we put them to load them. All right, I've got her over here where she needs to be. I got her some water. She got cattle cubes. Oh, man. Got Amy and Chris, or at least Amy. I assume Chris is with her. Hopefully he is. Coming over to help pull it. And I guess we'll treat it with iodine. We don't have any antibiotics, or we would give it to her. But they've changed the laws. We can't get antibiotics over the counter for the animals anymore. And this is Sunday, so we'll just have to use the iodine, which is what we have, and hope that she does better tomorrow. So I got her over there and waited on them to get here. They got here, helped me pull it out. I say help me pull it out. Chris had to pull it out. Like, Amy tried to pull it, Sean tried to pull it, they couldn't pull it. It was like in there. And so her husband had to pull it out. And then we gave her, put some iodine on it and gave her a tetanus shot. And that's all we could do. It was Sunday, don't have a trailer. You gonna spray it first?
Yeah, just to get with the iodine. Like they do before they cut on you.
We need to weed in this place.
Have at it.
Yeah.
Be a good project for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good project for you.
Look what we just got out of the cow. That is long. It was about that far into her, but Dad got it pulled out with help.
Yep. Now we sprayed iodine on her hoof, or Amy did, and she's gonna go. They went and got tetanus shot for her, so we're gonna give that to her.
Sean read it to me, the directions on the way here.
Okay, Amy gave her a tetanus shot. Sean's coming with the fly spray. We're gonna go ahead and spray her for flies before we let her go, because she's got some flies on her. Okay, I don't have a. I'm distracted. I'm in my driveway in my truck. I had gone over and taken care of Mom and Dad's dogs. Dad has a dog that has gotten bit by something and is on antibiotics, and so I went over to give her medication, give her pain pills, and take care of Mom's dog. And so I'm back at my house, sitting in my driveway. The dogs are barking in my backyard, but also here is my mirror. And when Dad and Mom live behind me, or across the street from me, behind from where I'm sitting right now, but I can see his dogs. There's something, they're going after something. Somebody's coming down the road or something, and every time his dog comes across here, I can see it and it distracts me. So I'm a bit distracted. And I can also see it in this rear view mirror here. So anyway, I don't have a trailer, but the dog just popped up again. I don't have a trailer. Amy and Chris, they don't own a trailer, but they have access to trailers. And Chris's dad has a trailer, and then Amy's dad has a trailer. Maybe whatever's coming is about to go by. And then I won't be, oh, it's that dog. I wish that guy right there lets his dog run. That makes me so angry when he lets that dog run. Right now the dog's on Dad's side of the street, run along the fence line, and that's what's got those dogs wound up, and that's why my dogs are wound up, because sometimes the dog is on my property and goes up to my fence. And some of you know that I used to have a 4-foot fence and had to replace it with a 5-foot fence because my dogs can jump the fence. Caleb is back there with the boy goats and has to stay there because that's the fence that's wired. Got the hot wire on it because he can easily jump the fence and does often without the hot wire. So when this stuff happens, it makes me very angry. Plus I have chickens in the front yard, and I don't know if that dog goes after chickens or not. Anyway, back to my story. Amy and Chris on both sides of the family have access to trailers, and the things have changed, and I don't pay attention to what the reasons are behind it. Things have changed to where both trailers, although they still have some access to them, it has become more difficult to get to those trailers and use them. I don't remember the story, and Amy will be watching this. Maybe she can put it in the comment down below, but I don't remember the reason. But I do know that her mom and dad lives in between my house and her house. So it wasn't that difficult to get his trailer and bring it up here and use it when we needed it. But also he has horses. So, I mean, there are times that he needs his own trailer. And so we're down kind of a couple of trailers for whatever reason. Didn't pay attention, but there's that. I don't have a trailer. I've never had a trailer. Don't know how to drive with a trailer. Don't know how to back a trailer. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a small single horse trailer, because I mean, these are Dexters. I can do that on this truck. This isn't a big truck, but it can definitely, handle one Dexter. I really ought to think about doing that. Getting a text. So yeah, that's something that I might work towards doing at some point, but that doesn't help the story for today. The story for today is that cow or heifer, she's not a cow yet, but that heifer had a wire and a hoof. We pulled it, and then the next day was Monday, and I kept her up here by the shop, came out the next morning to feed and everything, and she looked about the same. She didn't look worse. She didn't look better. She wasn't putting weight on the leg still. I went to work and came back, and when I came back Monday, she was not any better. And someone had called me that's local here, like with a few miles down the road from me, and they have chicken houses and they have cattle. And I asked them if they had antibiotics, and they did. And so they came over and administered some antibiotics to her. And so Tuesday morning, I think she was about the same. I think when I got up Tuesday morning, she was laying down out here in front of the shop. She did a lot of laying down. She stayed off her leg. I mean, she stood without putting weight. She ate, she drank, but she spent a lot of time laying down. So Tuesday, I think when I came out, if I remember correctly, she was just laying out here, just looking around, like, hi, but no, I'm not gonna get up for you. So I went into work for a little bit. I had to take mom and dad some places. We had to go vote. And then I took them to the grocery store. We went out to eat, came back. I got dad's dog and took it to the vet. And while I was at the vet, I spoke to a vet about her situation, told what happened, what we did, and she strongly suggested that we bring it in, and she gave me the reasons why. So I told her the reason I hadn't brought her in is, the trailer situation. It's very difficult. And I asked if they'd come out and work on her, and she said for something like that, they do have vets that come out, but they would prefer bringing her in because they've got the machine that could, like, turn it, and they can work on the hooves and all that, and the cow's really secure while they're working on them. So I was like, I don't have a trailer, and she pointed me to the bulletin board up there and gave me a number to someone here locally that can transport for a reasonable price. So I had to work the next day, and it was later in the day, so it's too late to get her in on Tuesday. So I began making plans to get her on Wednesday. I called Amy to see what she had, if she was available, because I had to go to work. I'd missed a lot of Tuesday, and I went in from work, in the morning, but I still had a lot of work to do. So I called Amy, and Amy had time available, so I gave her the number of the guy that could transport. Amy met the guy out here. They loaded it, took her to the vet. I was able to get off work in time to meet him up at the vet. I'm glad we got her in. It was a good thing that we got her in. The vet hooked her up, took care of her. She did not like that. She did not like that vet trip at all. But another thing that we did, when the guy came out to give her the antibiotic, when the neighbor came out to give her some antibiotic, he asked if she was bred. And I said, she's not supposed to be. I don't know if you guys remember, here a few months back, we realized that we had left the bull out here too long. Like, last time the bull was out here, we realized we left him too long, and we had all these heifer calves out here. And so what we did was we did a blood test. We drew blood on them, and I did a video on that. We drew their blood and took it into the vet, and the vet said that they were not bred. But then when this guy came out to help give her the antibiotic, he was like, is she bred? She looks bred. And I was like, she's not supposed to be. And she is. She's gained weight. And I'm thinking, her mom's big, her mom's fat, like she's always fat. And I figured this cow's the same way, got her mom's genetics and was just fat. And so when we took her into the vet to deal with the hooves, we had him check her, and she is in fact open and not bred. So I'm really happy about that. Right now she's, she's old enough to be with a bull. By the time she gives birth, she will be plenty big enough. But if she was due to have a calf really soon, she wouldn't be big enough, and it would have been a bad situation. That's why we had them blood tested, because we were going to abort if they had bred at that time. But it would have been too late now. So I'm glad that she is not pregnant. So it was a good thing that we were able to get this guy's number to do the transport, because Tuesday when I came home, I came out and she was much worse. Like that morning, she was laying down. She looked okay. She looked a little, I don't know. I could tell she wasn't doing as well, but by the time I got home Tuesday evening, she was pretty swollen and looked pretty bad, and I couldn't wait till the next day till I could get her to the vet. Now Wednesday morning she was doing better, and that was the day that we took her to the vet. But it's still a good thing that we took her to the vet. And I'm gonna get out and show you something. She is, like I said, I put her out here in front of this shop, put her up there in this area where I could keep an eye on her, because she is bandaged up. Her leg is bandaged up, and in 5 days to a week, I'm supposed to take the bandage off. And so, I need to be keeping an eye on her to make sure she's not getting worse. He did give her another dose of the antibiotic the same antibiotic that we gave her. He did give her another dose of that. So she's all antibiotic up. But I came out this morning and fed. And she is gone. She is not out here. She escaped. Now I hear a cow over there. I wonder who it is. Didn't really sound like her. It sounded more like Belle. But we'll go out here and see. Let me show you how she got out. There's actually a couple. I see her. She's up here. They're all up here. Let me show you how she got out. She was determined to get back with her people. I thought I saw her. Where is she? They're all up here. There's the baby. There's a fence here, but he can go around the back side and get out. He's not separated from everybody else. He sure is a friendly little guy. I mean, he's not gonna let me get any closer than this, I don't think. Well, maybe he is. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? He's so pretty. His little horns are coming in. Your little nose isn't black like it used to be. Is it dusty or is it just not black? Okay, see, she's over there with the bull. I can't really do anything when she's with the bull. But this is what I came to this morning when I came out to feed. This, here's where I chain it. This is kind of picked up off of the hinges here. Looks like it bent a little bit too. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. But it just, well, maybe not. I don't know if I can do this. Hang on. Let's see. It just sits up here on the hinges. And somebody, whether it was her or somebody else, just simply took it off. And she escaped. Yeah, he's keeping a close eye on her. I can't do anything right now. I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna feed them and try to get her back over here. And honestly, if she's going into heat, one of them's gonna break down a fence, her or him. Yeah, she'll escape again. There's no. Yeah, that is bent right here. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but they bent that. So when I feed them, which I will, because I'm going to get her back over here. Boy, she's lifting that leg way up. I really need to get a good look at her. She had that leg up. It looks like she's using it. It looks like she's got some weight on it. But she's also favoring it quite a bit, more than I expected. So when I do get the feed, I'm going to put it over here at this other gate because it's easier to try to separate it from the herd with the bigger gate than through here. It's really hard to get them to walk through these small gates, although I've done it twice. Here comes Jake. Maybe he's not with her. Maybe he's going to check out this one, see if this one's ready. Jake, you got some flies, buddy. Here she comes, limping over here. She just doesn't want to be alone. She's holding that foot way up. Hope it's all right. I do need to get her over here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try that. I don't know. I need to keep her where I can see her. Open it. Let anything come out that's going to come out. Like, hey, don't go in there. Ah, really? Because I'm going to have to shut this door back. There's been wasp in here and spiders everywhere. Spiders are everywhere. They're not in here. Like we're at that time of the year where they're just everywhere right now. They're in the house. They're outside. It's like driving me nuts. Oh, I gotta get a bucket. There she is at the gate. I wonder if I got some feed, if she'd walk on through it. Because she's used to being over here. She's been over here a couple of days. She didn't use this. Do I want to dump that? Yes, I'll just go ahead and dump this. Get feed in this. She's just standing at that gate like she wants in. I might try that real fast before I go to the big gate. Shade, you're going to have to get out of here, buddy. go to the feed store and get some more cattle cubes. I've used more cattle cubes than usual because I've moved her over here twice, and then we had to load her up in the trailer, and they tried to use feed to motivate her to get up in the trailer. Here she is. I'm gonna set this down right there. She's used to eating out of it. And open this and see if I can't motivate her to come through the gate. Preferably by herself. But if somebody else comes through, we'll just run them back out later. Come on, Cal. Come on, Cal. Don't dump it. Just a minute, I'll get you some. That worked. Okay, let me dump some of this. I'll dump you some out over here. Come on. Come on, Cal. There's you some out there. Come on. Go. Come on. Go on over there. Nope. How am I going to feed you guys if you're like right here? No. No. Go that way. Go. Go on. Go on. There you go. Did I leave that door open? Oh, shades out. Buddy. Here you go. Right here. Come on. Come right here. Don't fall on me, please. There you go. Alright, let me see if I can get these guys some without getting hurt. Move back. You move. Go on. Bale, get back. Get back. Go on. Go on. Go. Go. It's like a dangerous situation there. When they're already up here at the gate and I come through there, it's not real easy. Jake's a good bull. He's not aggressive, but when you have cows going into heat, and I don't know exactly who is in heat, bulls are just a little stupid when it comes to being around the girls. See, this is Belle. This is this one's half sister, and this is the mother. And look where they are compared to the bull. They're just big. They're a lot bigger. And that's a steer over there. He's the same age as her, and they're pretty close to the same size. But this mother comes with just different genetics. It's supposed to be full-blood Dexter, but I don't know. Whatever. This is what I want, actually. I like the stockier build. And put some more water in that. So she has water way over there, by that faucet over there. She has this water, and I'm going to fill that one back up. And then I'm here. I can come out often and check on her water. But see her little foot? She is not missing anymore. Back where she's supposed to be, and hopefully on the mend. Yesterday they gave her some something for pain. Gave her some Banamine for pain, and I'm sure that's worn out by now. I'm sure she wished she could have some more. I don't have any. They didn't send any with me, so she's just gonna have to kind of deal with it. But she's definitely feeling better than she was Tuesday evening when I came home. I think she's holding it up a lot. But look, she's eating, she's alert, she's got to be doing better. She has antibiotics, she's had a tetanus shot. Surely this will be okay. And then, as you can see, I have put hay out here for her. And there's different flakes all over the place because I've been putting it next to her so that she doesn't have to travel very far to get it. I'm not going to be so worried about that now because she's definitely going to be on the mend, and she's had plenty of antibiotics. So I do have, the square bales of hay in the shop that you saw me get a couple of weeks ago. It's supposed to be for the goats. And by the way, I have been giving the goats hay. Somebody asked about that on one of the comments. They're getting hay. You just haven't seen me do it in a video. There's a lot, guys, that goes on that is not shown in the video. And either I don't think it's interesting, or it doesn't fit the video, or I run out of time to show it on the video, or I don't think about it. I just do what I do every day, and I don't always think about pulling out the camera. But yes, the goats have hay. Not a lot. I'm not giving it to them every day right now. Most days though. Got this water turned on, so I'm gonna go fill up her bucket. I still haven't done anything towards the hoop coop. Like I said, it's just been really busy. And at this point, they're talking about a pretty rough winter. And I don't know if they're talking about here, or south of here, or north of here. Something to do with the super El Nino. It's supposed to be like a pretty big deal. Going to change the weather around the world quite a bit, like more than it has in a long time. And so I'm just really not sure what to expect this winter. This right here, holding the camera and doing this is why some things get done off the camera too. This is another reason, because this is harder. It's harder to do what I need to do with the camera. But I try. Just keep in mind, look at the animals. Look at how they look at how they act. Look that they're still here each video. I mean, they're healthy. They're doing all right. I'm not missing it. That being said, things happen. And if you see something that looks off, go ahead and leave me a comment. Just don't hate on me all the time because you don't see something take place. But like, had I been filming like this, and I got cows coming up behind me right now, and if you see one limping that I haven't pointed out on video, it might be because I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, definitely point out stuff like that on camera. I mean, on the comments. Hey buddy, just putting water here. Just putting the water here. See, I even actually threw some hay right in there, and it got in the water. I need to get it out, but I threw hay right in there so that there was a couple of cows up here, so that they would come up and hang out up here, and not let her feel so lonely, because they are herd animals. They are prey animals, and they really need to be around other livestock, but especially other cows. I gotta turn this water off. But it's really kind of funny that she was standing there waiting on the gate like a dog. You ever have a dog get out and they're not supposed to get out? They know how to get out, but they don't know how to get back in. And you come out and they're at the gate waiting for you to let them back in. That's what she reminded me of. I'm gonna go shut the gate here in just a second. Just turn off the water. Anyway, like that dog, unless you make changes, unless you put hot wire up or down at the bottom or wherever it is they're getting out, even though they don't know how to get back in and they have to ask you to let them back in, they'll continue to get out. And so kind of what I'm expecting here, but I hope not. I just try it because I need to keep an eye on her, and I need to, in a few days, take the bandage off. So lately I have been getting a lot more subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free. But like, you guys have been watching the videos, and my subscriber count is steadily, gradually but steadily moving up, and I really appreciate that. And I see all the hypes. It takes a few days for it to show me what hypes I get after a video goes out, but I really do appreciate those hypes. Right now it seems like the hypes are helping the videos out the most, you know, as far as people do things like commenting and leaving a thumbs up and all that. So right now the big things that's moving the videos are hypes and actually shares. If you share the video, that probably helps more than the hype. But I appreciate it. And if you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, I've started a TikTok. Don't have a whole lot there, mostly just reels. Same on Instagram, reels. You can follow me on TikTok, lghomestead, and then on Instagram it's lg__homestead, because there was already an lghomestead on Instagram when I got on, and so lg_homestead on Instagram. If you want to follow me over there, that would be nice too. I'll see you guys on the next video.